Thanks for the question, mate, and I'll try and answer this as best as I possibly can. Have you ever been able to hold down a job since you were diagnosed? I was diagnosed in 2018 but couldn't hold down a job. I tried again in May but only lasted 3 weeks and had to have the crisis team intervention. First up, when you have been sectioned and you're suffering serious mental illness, the last thing you should be thinking about is work. It's all about health and getting yourself better. I've personally not worked for anyone else since 2007. I was a paint and decorator. 2008, sorry. I was a paint and decorator, and before that I worked in sales. 2008 to 2010, it was my recovery, bettering my health and get myself back on track. 2010 to 2013, I passed a care course, a counselling course, a psychology course, took up magazine writing and started putting pen to paper. 2013 to 2018, I started making YouTube videos that became viral, and I got on TV. I shared my story with newspapers, articles. I got help with ASICS and Newton running because I used to do ultra running, the sport of ultra running, and I took up public speaking and got offered many places and put myself out as, people called it a life coach, but I just kind of helped people when I could, and coaching and also public speaking and putting myself out as, what's it called? I forgot the name of it, 2 seconds. A consultant, that's what they put me down on as paper when they were putting me through. They put me down as a consultant. Did that to 2020, then I had a breakdown in my mental health. I didn't work or do anything for another 2 years and had another breakdown, and that took me to 2023. I wrote the book Smile Every Mile about my life, and in 2020, that was out in 2018, and then 2023 I wrote the book Keep Fucking Breathing. I'm currently doing an accounts course online with the Open University, which I highly recommend. You can do from your own computer at home, and you can get yourself some qualifications that can help you in the future if you can't make the workplace. So the quick answer is no, I haven't worked for anybody else since 2008 when I was a paint and decorator, but I have done lots of other stuff, charity work, a mental health advocate. Ultra running was a sport which took me to get sponsors and help financially for my shoes and clothes, and also went to TV, newspapers and magazines. Started writing for magazines, doing writing in many places, wrote my own books, and I'm currently back to being a student and learning again, and also back writing again. I could go back to paint and decorating, my old boss would have took me back, but it's something I had to do for myself and take that leap of faith and trusting and believing in myself and going on a new journey and put myself out there, and it's kind of worked, and I'm continually going forward and progressing, and hopefully it keeps on working. And the quote from Jim Rohn, work harder on yourself than you do on a job. So maybe you might not be able to work in certain situations, but there's always something you can do, someone you can help. There's charities and organisations and plenty of help out there. If you ask for the right help, you'll get it, and things do get better, and maybe you'll not get back to your old life, but it's about creating the next chapter in a new life. But it is the conversation that most people ask, what do you work as, what do you do for money? That's basically what they want to know. So if you can cut back your lifestyle living for a bit of time, accept the situation you're in, and then make peace with it, but also read books, learn, grow and develop, and go in a whole new direction. So it's about cutting back at the start and then going forward in the future to a mentally healthy life and lifestyle. That's what you should be building mostly, is your lifestyle. Something you can be proud of, something you can be happy with, and something you can enjoy daily. That's what I believe anyway. The last thing in your mind should be working when you are seriously mentally ill. It should be about taking your medication, sorting your health and fitness out, and then trying from there to go and do some charity work, volunteer work, some studying, and then maybe working for somebody else, or go out and yourself and share your own journey and story. Whatever you decide to do, hopefully you find peace with it and make the rest of your life the best of your life. But thanks for the question. It's the number one question everybody asks, and you've got to have an answer for. I can't walk around saying I'm a philosopher, can I?